Hello guys, Omni here. We're finally going to be diving into the season finale of Series 12 of Doctor Who here momentarily, and I gotta say, them sneaking in this three-parter, even though they advertised it as a two, has really kind of shaken up the tail end of this season. And, this season as a whole has been a vast improvement from the last, and I think we've been getting a lot of questions that are going to be hopefully answered in this next episode, so we'll see. Hopefully not too many of them get carried over into the next season, but we'll see. We got a lot to dive into, and I'm sure this is going to be a stuffed, packed season finale. So let's go ahead and get prepared for what's going to happen in Doctor Who. All right, and here we go. The Timeless Children.
You connected Gallifrey to that boundary.
Fine. Really want me to show you I'm serious? Eni.
Fine. I'll play your game. I'll be back.
She won't. And it's not a game. Look upon my work, Doctor, and despair. Remember how we used to run through those streets as children, where we'd hide from Barusa as we skipped classes? All gone now.
Why did you do this?
Not telling you. Oh, crack a smile.
All this death finally made you happy?
Ecstatic.
And has it calmed all the rage?
I don't think anything will ever do that. We're gonna take a tour through the capital. Things I need to show you. See through there? The Panopticon. Well, what's left, which isn't much. We had some fun there, didn't we? Graduated. Assassinated presidents.
Mm-hmm. I remember
Best
that.
of times. Goody. The Cybermen are here at the boundary. Better extend the hand of friendship.
Transmission from beyond the boundary.
Cyber carrier. Ooh, you look rough. Don't mean to conversion shame you.
Who are you?
I want you to think of me as your new best friend. I promise I'll roll out the red carpet. It's red because it's drenched in the blood of our people. Land your ship in the ruins of Gallifrey.
Jesus Christ.
Send 3 executioners to the service.
Why would you give Gallifrey to the Cybermen?
You're about to have much bigger things to think about. I told you before that everything you knew was a lie.
Do you really think I'm going to believe anything that comes out of your mouth?
Do you remember this place, Doctor? Next to the Panopticon, the chamber of the Matrix, the repository of all Time Lord knowledge, the lived history of our race. I destroyed a lot of things, but not this. I was just playing, hacking the system. I got lost in there. And then I found everything. But time you saw the truth for yourself.
What truth?
Oh, what?
Paralysis field. I'm sending you deep into the Matrix to understand the truth of Gallifrey and of the Time Lords. Once upon a time, no. Once upon several times, before the Time Lords. Tecteun was the first of Gallifrey's indigenous race, the Shobogans, to develop space travel. She found something impossible. A gateway. A boundary into another unknown dimension or universe. Beneath the monument, she found a child. Abandoned. The child remained a mystery. Until there was an accident. A catastrophe. Or so she thought. The first regeneration of any person on the planet of Gallifrey.
One down. The destruction of all organic life. The death particle. One particle, when activated, capable of destroying all organic life.
I hate to point out the flaw in your plan. Cybermen are part organic.
You question the strategy of the Cyberium.
I do. I mean, it's good, but it's not great. Any idiot can make themselves into a robot. It's not special. But if you want to be the dominant force in the universe, I can facilitate that. She dedicated her life to studying her child. It took her years. Several of the child's regenerations. She had to crack this code to understand regeneration. And finally, she did. Tested the theory on herself. Put her own life on the line. I didn't know any of this. Did you know any of this? Nearly there. The Timeless Child became the base genetic code for all Gallifreyans within the Citadel. The civilization which renamed themselves Time Lords. The Foundling had become the founder.
What happened to the child?
Oh, Doctor, really? Haven't you worked this out yet? The child is you.
What?
You are the Timeless Child.
Kind of thought it might be both of them. There might have been two or more, but looks like it's just the Doctor from an alternate universe. The genesis of the Time Lords. Oh, get wrecked. Oh, great. Oh, God.
You can see why I'm angry. A little piece of you is in me. And believe me when I say I cannot bear that. I'm not sure you can cope with much.
Oh!
I have a right to know my own life.
Thank you for your service. We're sorry you won't remember it.
What did they do to you, Doctor?
The division.
Your adopted mother isn't the only one who can experiment. I mean, what if? A new race.
Is he going to try to have the Cybermen convert the Time Lords? Oh, God. Oh, no.
Well, let's test it out. Good dog. Yes, it could.
But if they were dead before he used their bodies to do this, wouldn't their regenerations be gone?
Behold! You Cybermasters, Doctor. All born from you. Led by me.
So what's... Oh, so now, like, what's on the other side? What's the universe she came from?
No time to be tired. Still work to do out there. Lives at stake. Armies being born. People need the Doctor.
I've fought the Matrix before, denied its reality. I can do it again. Oh, I'm talking to myself again. It's a good sign. Thanks, Doctor. Still here. Now shut up. I need to concentrate. Have a blast of this, Matrix.
Jesus.
My farm.
She's not dead then.
The memories blew the Matrix. Oh, she's clever. I'm clever. We're all clever. All of us. However many that is. You want me to be scared of it because you're scared of everything. But I am so much more than you.
Look how low I have brought you. And now I can be.
No.
Run, Doctor! Don't you dare.
Is this another TARDIS? Oh, there's 3 TARDISes out there floating around.
Eternity. Hello, mate.
What the hell?
Gentlemen, cold case unit, fugitive, the doctor, maximum security facility.
Whoa, what? What? What?
What?
Maybe? What the hell? Oh my god. All right. Where to start with this? So, the Doctor has never had limits on their regenerations. Can the Doctor just regenerate forever? Since they're the originating source of regeneration? Now? Not in, they, this puts a huge spin on some stuff, especially a lot of the Big Finish stuff that I've kind of read about. Lots of nods back to classic Who, which I really liked, especially the presidential assassination. Man, this packed in an answer to pretty much everything this season, except for what happened to Jack, where's Jack, what's Jack doing. We found out pretty much a fair amount of everything else. We don't have all the details on what this division is. That's a whole new thing. A new bit of information there, that Joe Martin's Doctor is somewhere in this time gap where there's just this history of the Doctor that's been redacted and deleted, removed. So, the dude we saw in the flashbacks and the sequences last episode was the Doctor, just kind of like retrofitted over this like imaging to disguise it as something else. Oh my, okay. So I'm wondering at the end of this too, is the Doctor being, did the Master frame the Doctor for what happened on Gallifrey? Is that what happened? Is that why they showed up in the TARDIS to take her? Don't know. What? So the division goes through time and interferes with things that they feel need to be corrected or steered. So is there the possibility that the Doctor has actually been the cause for a lot of events throughout time and space as well, but just doesn't remember it? They don't report to anybody, so it's almost like the Time Lord Men in Black, the Time Lord CIA or Black Ops kind of thing. Part of me wishes like that there was timeless children, like the namesake of the episode, because it ended up just being one, unless you account the multiple children that one child had become with the regenerations. I was kind of hoping that the Master and the Doctor would both have been a timeless child, and that's what made their bond so, like, uniform, so dyadic. But that didn't pan out. It just further fueled the Master's self-hatred and hatred of the Doctor to find out that not only is the Doctor the source of everything, that the part of the Doctor is in him and gives him all of that ability, that power, that his existence is owed to the Doctor. Oh my gosh. I wonder how this is settling with everybody, this revelation. I mean, because I've only read about a lot of the backstory that's happened in the books, the audio novels, the comics and stuff like that. I've never physically done any of that myself. I've only watched Classic Who and all of the episodes up to this point, the specials, the movies, and that's it. Everything outside of that, I'm aware of a lot of it because I just kind of dug through the TARDIS wiki like really deep and just read pretty much everything I could. But I feel like this kind of retcons a lot of that, or at least clarifies a lot of some of what the prevailing origin stories has been for the Time Lords now. So what's with the I have a lot of questions, and I don't. This leaves a lot of things open, and I think it also explains quite a bit. So when they forced the Doctor to be a child again, wiped their memory completely clean of everything they had done prior to that, or been prior to that, what happened? Like, did the Doctor actually have from that point on 12 regenerations? And how many Time Lords, because we knew that it was buried in the Matrix, but did any of the ruling parties, Rassilon, anybody, while the Doctor was growing up, know the truth? Or was it just something deep and buried and just kind of welled at the bottom? Because if that's the case, when Matt Smith was the final regeneration, if that's the case, then the Gallifreyans who offered their, regeneration energy to him at the end would have not known that they didn't actually need to. But then how would that explain the fact that there was Trenzalore until it was just retconned? Unless the Doctor dies way later. So the only inconsistency I see so far with this now is that we at least confirm hardcore, because it had to have, that Jo Martin came prior to the Doctor. But there's the little continuity issue of her TARDIS being a police box. But we can look past that. That can just be a happenstance case. Other than that, there was something else I wanted to talk about as well. Jodie's performance in this was really good as well. Her rage, her levels of emotion, and just kind of just owning it. I really thought we were going to see her do the self-sacrifice there at the end. I was like, maybe there was some explanation as to why it may or may not have killed her or everybody around her. Again, I don't know if the Master successfully killed all of the Time Lords on Gallifrey. He would have had to have also killed them before they could regenerate. Otherwise, they would just still be there, canceling out their regenerations. So why would converting those bodies that are dead into Cybermen reactivate their regenerations? Because if you're killed during your regeneration, you can't regenerate. That's the rules we've been established so far. So those Cybermen should not have been able to regenerate. So the Master and any normal Time Lord can only regenerate 12 times because that was they put a limit on how much they were divvying out when they were creating Time Lords. But the Doctor seemingly has infinite regenerations. That opens up the question. There we go. That got me back to the question I wanted to get to. So this timeless child that is the Doctor came from a gateway to another reality, another universe. That is where the Doctor came from. An alternate universe, an alternate reality, a parallel world. that is where the Doctor originates. What's over there? What are those people like? Are there a full race of whatever the Doctor is on the other side of this portal? Is that portal lead to the alternate universe where David Tennant left that doppelganger of himself with Rose? Is that another universe? Is that where the Kasavan are from? Lots of questions, lots of answers. And yeah, I don't know. This leaves us in a very interesting and tight spot for the Doctor. We've got 4 working TARDISes somewhere. The Masters has to be somewhere. We got our TARDIS. We've got the one the Doctor took, and then the one that the Doctor gave to the companions and the survivors from the future cyber war. They're around. So that's 4 TARDISes floating around somewhere. We have no idea where Clara's is, so maybe that's 5. And any others on Gallifrey itself that may be functioning still? Well, but technically, and I don't know, this is all going to come down to whether or not the writers or the, however the writers, the showrunners want to play this with this MacGuffin death particle thing, which I thought was kind of out of nowhere, out of left field, kind of weird to include. I don't feel like that was properly set up. It did just kind of seem like forced in there, but it worked. And if it kills all organic cells on a planet, the TARDISes are living. So any of the TARDISes that may have been working that were still on Gallifrey, would they now no longer work? Anyway, lots of questions. It'll be a while before we get any answers. And so I guess we're done until this coming holiday, where we'll have our next holiday special, Revolution of the Daleks. So we'll see how that comes up, how that comes in, how the Doctor gets out of this Judoon situation. So yeah, what'd you guys think of the finale? What do you think about the answers we got to a lot of the questions that have been produced and presented throughout this season? I think it did pretty well. I think it gave me a lot of surprises. I think it gave me a lot of interesting lore to take in and soak up. I think explaining a little too much of the I know we got a whole gap of time that the Doctor and us are completely oblivious to. So it's not like the whole mystery of the Doctor, but the fact that the Doctor is the being, the genesis of the Time Lords, I think it takes away from the mystery a little bit, but it does elevate the Doctor even higher as far as Time Lords go. Why they would treat the Doctor as such an outcast, because it's just, I don't know. I think it plays into how the culture as a whole has treated the Doctor and segregated the Doctor from the rest of the normal society of the Time Lords in Gallifrey. I think that lines up a lot, but it also puts some questions back out there, but we'll see. What did you guys think of the episode? What do you think about all of the revelations in this episode? Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought. I would love to have that conversation after the video. Thank you guys for watching. We made it through the season. If you guys like this video, please support the channel by liking, commenting, subscribing. You can check out my other reactions to the other episodes of the season, other shows, movie reviews, stuff like that up on the channel. I would love to get your thoughts anywhere out there. But thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate you all, and I will catch you guys at the end of the year with the holiday special. Take care, everybody.